Hello guys, and welcome to WORLDVIEW. My name is Joyner.
And my name is Adia. Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden was killed late Sunday night by a group of Navy SEALs during a firefight in Pakistan. Bin Laden has been described as the face of terrorism. After the attack, President Barack Obama said, "Justice has been done." Bin Laden was involved in at least 2 attacks on the United States, on the World Trade Center, and another on 9/11, which killed 3,000 people. Al-Qaeda was blamed for 2 bombings on the U.S. Embassy in Africa in 1998. This tragic attack killed over 200 people. He is also accountable for the attack on the USS Cole. This attack killed 17 American soldiers in Yemen. Even with the news of Osama bin Laden's death shaking the world, the violence in Libya is still rampant. Pro-Gaddafi riots in Tripoli vandalized embassies of Western nations. Currently, most Western countries have evacuated their staffs, with the U.S. evacuations when the crisis began.
In Libya, a NATO airstrike was targeted at Muammar al-Gaddafi. He survived the strike, but it killed his youngest son and several of his grandchildren. Gaddafi and his wife were in his son's house with friends and family, who were not wounded. His youngest son, who was killed, has a lower profile than much of the Gaddafi family. Celebratory gunfire and explosions could be heard throughout Benghazi.
Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, criticized the West on Tuesday for the airstrikes in Libya. Putin said the UN resolution resembled a medieval call for a crusade. He also said that the attack violated the principle of sovereignty and the wishes of the Libyan people. Other than that, he remarked that Americans might only be involved in the crisis because Libya has Africa's largest gas reserve.
Venezuela's strong-handed president, Hugo Chavez, is condemning the killing of Gaddafi's son and grandchildren in the NATO airstrike in Libya. Chavez asked how some of the European leaders could continue to support the airstrikes in Libya. He is an ally of Gaddafi and has advocated negotiations to settle the conflict. Other than that, Chavez criticized the U.S. and NATO for the airstrikes, calling the military intervention madness. He said in a televised speech Saturday night that he believes the order they've given is to kill Gaddafi. He does not understand how Europe can support this.
During the attacks in Afghanistan, a 12-year-old suicide bomber killed 3 people and injured 12. The main target of the boy was a district council head. Armed attackers shot 2 police officers that same day. Both of the attacks followed a Taliban declaration that it would target members of the High Peace Council and influential citizens. A government warning was issued to the Afghan people. They need to avoid gatherings so as not to be caught in the crossfire.
Mohammed El-Gouendi, the Justice Minister of Egypt, says that former President Hosni Mubarak could possibly face the death penalty in the near future. If Mubarak is convicted of ordering the shooting of protesters during the uprisings that caused him to fall as president, he will be sent to death. Mubarak's 2 sons and wife are also facing accusations of corruption. Suzanne Mubarak, the former First Lady, will be questioned in a few days for the first time concerning her inexplicable wealth. At least 846 protesters were killed during the uprisings, and Mubarak is currently under arrest.
During a meeting Saturday with scientists from Penz's Research Institute of Physical Measurements, Vladimir Putin stated that development and advancement of the national rocket and space industry is a priority for Russia. He has said before that the space industry is just as important as the nuclear and military branches of the country, despite a bad economy. Russia is going to spend 153 billion rubles on space research this year, 30% more than last year.
The website Neocha.com is run by 2 Americans. Cha means tea in Chinese. All text on the website is in Chinese, with an English option, and is the hub of activity for Neocha Edge. Neocha Edge is a company run by the same 2 Americans, which has a database of young Chinese artists. Companies like Sprite and Nike come there looking for art for advertisements, and they are matched up with an artist to fit their needs. The artists in this group do not sell their art to counter the Chinese government, but as a way to make a living. Along with making money, Neocha Edge is a way for the artists to become more well-known. The government of China has been supportive of such arts, making creative industry zones for businesses in Shanghai and naming Neo-Chi one of the top representatives of the creative industry.
Recently, there have been deadly storms all over the South. They were the worst natural disasters in America since Hurricane Katrina. Alabama residents have had few complaints about the government's response to the disaster, for they have food, shelter, and medical care. The response from the White House has been getting praise from the state and local officials and congressional leaders. Alex has our school service news.
Hey guys, last month you all brought bagged lunches for the homeless at the Bethesda Center, and that was a huge success. The lunches from the 3 weeks totaled 360 bags. Great job, y'all. Box City last Friday was also a big success. There was a really great turnout. More than 40 people showed up, and we raised over $1,500 for the Bethesda Center. And don't forget about May Frolics. It will be the last big opportunity of this year to earn service hours. So if you're still in need, then don't forget to sign up. And don't forget to support our sports teams during the final days of the spring season.
Thanks everyone for tuning in, and thanks to this week's crew. So long!
We hope you will join us again next week for WorldView. Goodbye and good luck.